The Golden State Warriors win the NBA Finals and prove that their dynasty is alive and very much well. Hi, I'm Alex Frank of the Perfect Season podcast with Anthony Fiorentino, Leon Barker, and Alex Sardinas. The Golden State Warriors won their fourth NBA championship last night in the previous 8 years. The dynasty is alive and well. I know they went 2 straight years without winning the NBA Finals. I know they went 2 straight years without playing in the NBA Finals. I know they went 2 straight years without making the playoffs. But all that doesn't matter. Why? Because the previous two NBA seasons were not normal seasons. They were shortened seasons. Steph Curry was hurt in 2020. Klay Thompson was hurt the previous 2 years. In a normal season, when the Warriors are healthy, they are still the best team in the NBA more often than not. Half of the previous 8 NBA championships have gone to the Golden State Warriors. Steph Curry is now a 4-time NBA champion, an NBA Finals MVP, in addition to all the other numerous accolades he has in his career. So why aren't we debating whether or not he is a better basketball player than LeBron James at this point? I think there is something to this debate because all LeBron's career has been about is chasing Michael Jordan. If that's the narrative of LeBron's career, how great is he really? Because he's 4-6 in the NBA Finals in his career. Steph Curry is 4-1, and did I mention the one finals he lost? The Warriors still led 3-1, and the Cavs had to beat them twice on their home court, which I'll give them credit, they did. But why aren't we debating who's better between LeBron and Curry? Curry is more likely to win an NBA Finals next year, and if he does, he will have more. LeBron is at the tail end of his career. It's almost like he's irrelevant right now. But Steph Curry revolutionized the game of basketball with his three-point shooting. When we talk about players who have revolutionized basketball, there's Michael Jordan back in the 80s, and then there's Steph Curry in this era, three-point shooting, literally having to guard him as soon as he crosses half court. That is what he has done to the game of basketball. All LeBron James has done is do everything Michael Jordan did and just chase him in terms of greatness. Kobe Bryant, yes, did that too. Maybe we start debating who's better between Steph and Kobe. I don't think we're there just yet because Kobe Bryant is the fourth all-time leading scorer in the history of the NBA. But certainly right now between Steph and LeBron, I think it's closer than you think. You can say LeBron is still better because he's accomplished more, he's played longer, he's a better defensive player than Steph Curry. But right now, I don't think it's that much of a difference between LeBron and Curry. They both have the same number of championships. And think about the other Golden State Warriors, who are now NBA champions or champions once again because of their greatness. Andrew Wiggins is now an NBA champion. Klay Thompson has now won 4 NBA championships. Draymond Green has won 4 NBA championships. Andre Iguodala has won 4 NBA championships. And you don't hear his name very often. Jordan Poole is now an NBA champion. There are so many players on this team that have multiple championships. Steve Kerr is now a 4-time NBA champion head coach. This is a dynasty that is comparable to the Patriots. When you think about players on the Patriots who aren't necessarily superstars, guys like David Givens, guys like Teddy Bruschi, or offensive linemen who were there during that run. You know, when the Patriots won 4 championships or 3 championships in 4 years, a dynasty that was. Willie McGinnis, a 3-time Super Bowl champion. Kevin Falk, multiple-time Super Bowl champion. Many teams who are now Super Bowl champions because of the greatness of Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. The same true with Steve Kerr and Steph Curry. It's unbelievable what they are doing. And just when you think that the dynasty ended, 3 championships in 4 years, it is very much alive and well. And who's to say they want to win it next year? I mean, look around the Western Conference. I know Memphis is on the come up. Perhaps Minnesota is too. I also know Phoenix is still there, but who knows the future of that franchise? And Dallas, yes, just acquired Christian Wood to help with Luka Doncic, but I don't know beyond that. Who was going to legitimately challenge Golden State for the NBA title. And I look at the Eastern Conference, and I'm not impressed with what's going on there either. So there is a real possibility that this continues in the next year. And when you talk about 5 championships in 9 years, I mean, name another team who's done that in sports. Alabama did it from 2009 to 2017. That's a dynasty. But when you talk about doing it in a sport where there is supposed to be, even though there's not parity, and yet you are still coming out on top every single year, and you're able to keep your core together, it's unbelievable. Let's switch to another franchise who's going for their 3rd straight championship. That's the Tampa Bay Lightning in the Stanley Cup Final, but they are down 1-0. Now, the Warriors were down 1-0 too in the finals, but the Tampa Bay Lightning trailed the Colorado Avalanche 1-0 in the Stanley Cup Final. Colorado winning Game 1 on Wednesday night, 4-3 in overtime. Game-winning goal from Andrei Burakovsky, 1:23 into the overtime period. But that game was so fun. I think this is going to be a really fun series. You've got 2 heavyweights going at it. Tampa Bay's won the previous 2 Stanley Cups. Colorado's just so quick. They can score at will. Colorado has the speed. They have the quickness. They can match Tampa Bay, but it's not going to be easy to take down the defending champions. These are the 2-time defending Stanley Cup champions in the Tampa Bay Lightning. They battled back from 2 goals down twice in Game 1 on Wednesday. So there is a very, very good chance that Tampa Bay bounces back tomorrow night in Game 2, 8 o'clock on ABC in Colorado. There's a very good chance. Let's not forget, they just got back Braden Point. They were down 2 goals twice in Game 1. They battled back. It was 3-3 for most of regulation until Colorado drew first blood in overtime with the game-winning goal. Game 2 tomorrow night. It'll be interesting to see who Colorado goes with, or Pavel Francouz. I can't wait for that game. Let's go through some Major League Baseball scores from yesterday. Oakland avoiding a sweep in Boston with a 4-3 win. The Padres now in sole possession of first place in the NL West for the first time since 2010. They beat the Cubs 6-4. Baltimore with 6 runs in the 3rd. They beat Toronto 10-2. Cleveland finishes off a sweep of Colorado with a 4-2 win. Kyle Schwarber with 2 home runs in the Phillies' 10-1 win over the Nationals. Anthony Rizzo with a walk-off home run for the Yankees. They finish off a sweep of Tampa Bay 2-1. They've won 7 straight. Ezekiel Duran, a 3-run triple with 2 outs in the 9th, lifts the Rangers to a 3-1 win over Detroit. The Mets cut down Brewers right fielder Hunter Renfroe at the plate in the top of the 9th, hang on to win 5-4, and Shohei Ohtani with 6 strikeouts in 6 innings. Mike Trout driving in all 4 runs. Angels beat the Mariners 5-4, and somehow I don't think that's right. Mike Trout driving in all 4. I said all 4 runs. I don't think that's right. So either way, those 2 guys leading the way for the Angels in a win over the Mariners. Let's make sure I got the score right. And 4-1, not 5-4. Wherever I got 5-4 from, disregard that. Coming up tonight on Apple TV Plus, you've got the White Sox and the Astros at 8, Guardians and Dodgers at 10. We take a look at the standings with those 4 teams. The White Sox and Astros, a rematch of last year's American League Division Series. Right now, the Sox 5 games out of first place, just a game under 500, 30-31, but they're on a 3-game winning streak. The Astros first place by 9 games in the AL West, 39-24. Cleveland in second place, 2 games back of Minnesota for first place in the American League Central. They've been 8-2 in their last 10 games, 4 straight wins. The LA Dodgers, half a game back of the Padres for first place in the NL West. In second place, 4 games up on the first wild card ahead of San Francisco and Atlanta. That is your Perfect Season Podcast Daily Sports Update. I'm Alex Frank for the Perfect Season Podcast.